Hello, Gun Nation. It says I am live, so let me know if you can see and hear me. But I'll do a quick roll call here real fast. It says we are live. Hello. All right. We have got Bradley, Pistol Pete, Guy Comet, A-Dub, Scott. How are y'all doing this evening? We'll probably have some more and I'll catch up on them. Pistol Pete is saying, how quiet. Oh, yeah, that lady demolished that steak. I think she ate 3 of them. There's another video where she eats 3 full settings. So, but let's see here. How quiet is that 22 with the can on there? It's actually super quiet. If you run 22 subs, it's stupid quiet. If you just run standard ammo, it's definitely quieter. But yeah, I've got some 22 subs, and it's just ridiculous. However, like I've said, on that can, that is a dead air, and y'all know I don't pull any punches. I mean, I paid for that, and even if I would have got it for free, which I didn't, I would tell you the truth. But the thing about the dead air can, when you go to take it or go to actually take it off, it actually completely, the can comes apart, and then you have to take the end off of it. So it's just a pain in the ass. That's why I don't shoot it all that much, but I really enjoy it. Let's see, we got Milkman, Kathleen, see, TTO Clark, Anthony, Brian, Keith Gregory. I hope everyone is doing good this evening, man. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I don't know if y'all saw my my little community post, but I did get my hands on the Hellcat RDP with the Wasp, the little Wasp red dot, and I'll talk about that in a second. Or the Hex Wasp, I believe is what it's called. But I'll give you the full rundown on my opinion on that dot. I went into the store and I was playing around with it, putting my hands on it. Not that I bought it, because I didn't. But wanted to kind of play around with the dot, see how it transitions, things like that, just to give my opinion on it, because a lot of people have asked, and I definitely have an opinion. Hello, Daniel. Let's see here. Kathleen is saying, shot my Glockenstein Timberwolf frame with the Glock 34 Gen 4 slide, and I guess sub number 4 trigger. Love it. Cool. Yep, is the 1911 type angle is definitely better in my opinion. Real quick, I did want to announce something. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday at TGE, Texas Gun Experience, they're having the Vortex weekend. So it's called Vortex Days. They're having like awesome prices on Vortex if anybody's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But they're having awesome prices on all Vortex. The Vortex crew is going to be there. Josh Froelich, which is one of their professional shooters, he'll be there. He shoots a lot of 3-gun and stuff like that. Seems like a pretty cool guy. But they're going to give away $22,000 worth of stuff. Scopes, what is it? Spotter scopes. I mean, they're giving away all kinds of stuff. And I saw some of the stuff, and it's pretty damn nice. So if you're in the area and they're having like free barbecue and all that kind of stuff, and it's real Texas barbecue, from what I understand, that's going to be a pretty cool deal. But if you're in the area, you might want to go to Texas Gun Experience on Saturday and Sunday and check that out. But hello, Tactical Firearms. How are you, man? Let's see here. Yeah, I quit wearing masks a long time ago. Well, I don't know, and I have it written down. I don't know if y'all know it, but Biden did his little anti-gun speech today, and I listened to the whole thing because I wanted to see what they were talking about. It's like anti-gun violence. Not once did they talk about gangs. Not once did they talk about what's the word? The cartel. They were talking about guns, criminals buying guns from gun shops and, rogue gun shops. Okay, criminals don't fill out 4473s. They buy them from trunks of cars. They steal them from cars. They steal them from homes. There's a whole black market for that kind of crap. That's what they need to go after. They need to not worry about us good law-abiding gun owners and go after that kind of shit. And if they want to clean up violence in Chicago and all of these other areas, gangs are the number one issues, gang hits, and other people get caught in the crossfire. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand this. Ray Charles could see this shit, but yet they don't bring up gangs because that's not apparently politically correct, but they try to go after all this other dumb shit. So, and I guess they forget about Fast and Furious. And if you don't know what that is, you can look it up. But, they provided guns. So, I mean, that's a whole nother bullshit thing they need to worry about. Not worry about correct, law-abiding gun owners. And they need to go and infiltrate these gangs, get in there and clean that shit up. So that's what they need to do. Yep, that's what I was just saying. Well, where did it go here? Hello, IBG and Winterwrath. They didn't talk about gangs or cartel because the entities support and vote Democrat. Yeah. And that's the thing. They think the Democrats are looking out for them. They're not. They're not. Yeah, they want to shut down all the gun shops. That's exactly what they want to do. I mean, it's a joke. Hello, Jay Harrow. Yep. Washington State sucks. A bit late here. How, Mike High? Frank? Let me catch back up here. Some of the comments are flying by. Biden actually said that AFT again. He couldn't hold a long sentence together to save his life. Yep, Dan Weston Specialist is super nice. So they are actually planning on prosecuting straw purchasers because they know uptown now they haven't been. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like a criminal selling to another criminal. They don't give a shit about that. Or stealing guns and all this other stuff, and all these people in these Instagram pictures, doing all this gang crap and rap videos. You could probably zoom in and actually pull that serial number, and half of those guns are stolen. I'm not saying every one of them, but, I mean, there's ways to do this. They could infiltrate them with ops people, have people flip on them. I mean, there's all different kinds of ways they could do this, but they just let them run amok and do what they want to do. And they say, oh, we're here for you. Democrats aren't there for anybody. They're there for themselves. Yeah, and Texas passed a bunch of stuff, but now from what I understand, the Biden regime or Bobo regime is actually trying to go after 2A sanctuary states and try to get them I guess, or test them to see how hard they're going to stand up against the federal government. And I know Ken Paxton said he's loaded, he's locked and loaded, ready to go. So that's good for Texas. Oh, and we got a little Kelsey Creek. Let me know what you're drinking tonight. Got a little Kelsey Creek bourbon. It's not the best, but it's okay. For the price you pay for it, it's actually not too bad. Winter Wrath. Yes, I posted something on that today. I've been waiting 3 years for the Dan Weston DWX. It will never come. Yeah, I actually posted a video on that. I did find out some information on it. If you didn't watch the video, I'll go ahead and tell everybody really quickly. I did get some information on it. Supposedly what's going on with the delay, and I have a feeling it's something else. But what I was told, and this is from a very, very reliable source, I was actually told to my face that they had to sublet out a part. Now, what part it was, I don't know. But they had to sublet out a part for the DWX, and I'm assuming it's for the compact and the full size. The company that was building that went out of business due to COVID, so that has delayed it. So they've had to turn it over to another company. They've had to ramp up to build this part. I don't know what the part is. They won't tell me. But in my own, now that could be true also, but in my own feeling, I think it was also because they were buying Colt. And on your books, you want your profit to show high. If you release a new gun before you get the monies for those new guns because you're sending them all out on credit, like 90 days and things like that sometimes to distributors. So that would show a loss. And if you're buying Colt, you don't want that to happen. You don't want to show a negative or a lower, money holdings that you have. So that could have played a part in it also. So maybe since they bought Colt, maybe they're going to jump in and really ramp this up. And if this part's finished, I asked if we would see it before the end of the year, the end of this year, 2021. I was told no. Also asked if it was going to be, since they've had all this off time, if they were going to go ahead and mill it and make it optic ready. They told me no. So I don't know. But that's what I know as of right now. All right, Jay Harrell's got some Buffalo Trace. Love me some Buffalo Trace. Yeah, when I heard that, I was like, seriously? And I look at it this way. What they need to do is stay off of non-criminal people, good law-abiding citizens, allow them to carry on like I always say. That's what I mean by carry on, carry your gun on you. So, they need to arm more people and let more people be armed to fight the bad guys, and also erase gun-free zones, shut them down. There will be no gun-free zones. That's like inviting the wolves to the hen house. I've said that many times. People that are going to go do bad shit, they're going to go to a gun-free zone because they don't think anyone's going to be carrying. If they think, hey man, everybody might be carrying and they're going to shoot back, they might not attempt to go into those areas. So they look for weak targets. Do not be a weak target, and do not allow yourself to be in a weak target area. That's one way to fix it. Drinking some Wild Turkey Rare Breed. There you go. All right. Frank has got him some peach flavored moonshine. There. All right. I've got some cinnamon apple moonshine. I won't say who made it, but it is, you can't buy it in a store. I've got some of that somewhere. Guardian. They've lost control of their cities a long, long time ago. They're letting shit run amok, and they don't give a crap. So that needs to be changed to get those people out. Also, I don't know if you heard, it just happened about 30 minutes ago. Boebert, if you know who she is, she's a young Republican, got her shit together, and Green are set. They've already announced they are going to impeach Biden. So it was just released about 30 minutes ago. Don't know if y'all saw it or heard it, but so they're going to start the ball rolling to impeach Biden. However, if Biden does go for some odd reason, then we've got, Cacklehead. So, that is what it is. But Daniel is drinking coffee-flavored coffee. There you go. Drinking some Hammer and Sickle vodka with Arnold Palmer. There you go. I love Arnold Palmers, especially when it's hot outside. All right. I was going to tell you all about the Hex Wasp. I tried the, kind of played around with the Hellcat RDP gun. It had the Hex Wasp on there. That's that little red dot that comes on that particular model. Here's my opinion. I'm inside of a gun store. Let me get a drink of whiskey. All right. Inside of a gun store. I draw it up, hold it really quickly. The dot's flickering like hell when I'm moving. Go stationary. I have astigmatism. I'll be the first to say that. This one looks extra fuzzy to me. Now, I don't know if it has the plastic glass. I don't know if it's the tint on it that's causing it, but it's extra fuzzy. Then on the wall, they've got these little pictures. So I'm going from like picture to picture, like I'm transitioning super quickly. As I transition, the dot flickers all the way across. It just starts flickering. So basically the guts cannot keep up with the transition. That's not good. And it could have been the lighting. I have heard if you take it outside, it's not as bad. But here's where I'm going with this. If you're going to carry that thing for self-defense, are you going to wait till you get outside to be in a bad situation? You don't know if it's going to happen in a Walmart with crappy fluorescent lighting. You don't know if it's going to happen in a gun store. You don't know if it's going to happen outside. You can't predict where this could happen. And I am not a fan of that dot at all. I think it's, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think it's garbage. And I played with it for about 15 minutes, and that was 15 minutes too long. Now, I do like the feature that it has kind of like a little cut in the front, so you could rack it very easily, and it's got like these little wings on the side. That was really nice, but the dot itself was super fuzzy to me. Now, it might be totally clear to you if you don't have astigmatism, but it's extra fuzzy. And I was almost seeing like two dots, and I even moved my head back and forth and everything, and it was still there. And then that, clicking with the transition, that flickering, that was really bad. So I do not recommend that dot. Hey, thanks, Rabbi. Rest in peace, John McVeigh. Yeah, I appreciate that so much. Corn squeezing. Yes, and that's what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking it's I know that I have seen the dot for sale by itself, and it's like $249. I think that's $249 too much. I think they need a Gen 2, and there might be already one on the way. But in my personal opinion, and people have told me, I even talked to people who own them right now, and they said it's much, much better outside. And my comment back to them was, okay, or is all the bad stuff going to happen outside? What if you have to, take care of some business inside of a building or something? You could have that crappy fluorescent lighting. That's not going to be a good situation. And they were like, yep, you're right. So the extra fuzzy model, yeah, you have to pay extra for that. But like I said, this is their first dot supposedly, so maybe they are working on a Gen 2 already. I have heard people kind of say the same thing about it, but I wasn't impressed. So the gun itself, might be okay, and I've actually shot a Hellcat before. And again, I don't agree with what happened to Springfield back in the day. We all know, or if you follow gun stuff, you pretty much know. But as far as the gun itself, it seems, it had some nice sights on it, and I've shot one before. I shot the Humble Marksman, and I think I was like 35 or 40 yards away, and I was hitting, man-sized steel, no problem. So, and that was just with the stock sights. Stock sights aren't bad. Yeah, Scott, that's what I was thinking too. The only thing about a Holosun, like the 407K or the 507K, if you buy it for a Hellcat, you actually have to shave your rear bosses off, your little hold downs. You shave your rear bosses off, and you have to trim the tops of the front bosses for it to set on there, which I think is crappy. Holosun, they should have, I guess, a model just for the Hellcat maybe. But I know there are some other dots. Gosh, what is it? What the hell's the name of that dot? They're starting to kind of come out more and more. It just slipped my mind. I can't believe I can't think of it. But anyway, they do make a dot that will fit it. And I don't like the Shield RMSC. I don't like that thing at all personally. It looks like it could just fold over like a lawn chair. Yeah, I get it. Keith Gregory, I understand it. So, I don't own any Springfields, and that's partly the reason. But hey, what's up, Red Menace? How are you doing, man? Better late than never. Swamp Fox. Yes, Brian, that's it. The Swamp Fox. Matter of fact, I've got a buddy of mine right now that just bought one, and he put it on his Hellcat, and he's testing it. So far, he likes it. All right, so we got the Vortex Days at Texas Gun Experience. Y'all know about the DWX update. Also, don't know if y'all know this, but this is weird that this just came out. Winchester announced a recall on some of their ammo, the 9mm full metal jacket and the 9mm hollow points. It does, if you go on the alert and look at it, it's got all these different serial numbers of the ammo boxes. And this is one thing. When I take my ammo and I dump it into a bag, into my little zipper bags, okay, and I've done this, and I've put pictures on Instagram. When I did Instagram, I put it on community. I always tear the lot numbers off of the boxes. So you'll see the little lot, there's a lot number inside the boxes. I tear that off the lip, and I put it inside the bag. So I always keep the lot numbers with that ammo. So if I put 10 boxes in there, there's 10 lot numbers in there. Now, once it's all mixed up, it is what it is, but at least I have a lot number. And this is the reason, if you ever have an ammo recall, they will want the lot number. Well, Winchester announced a recall. And If you will go back and watch the video where I had the Shadow 2, the CZ-P10C, and the other CZ-P10C, I was shooting that Winchester 9mm ammo. And I said in that video that I had had about 4 or 5 malfunctions through all 3 of those guns, and I never have malfunctions in those guns. I had 3 or 4 malfunctions, or 4 or 5 actually, malfunctions in those guns. And I was getting like really light loads. A couple of them weren't ejecting correctly. And I was like, what the hell? And I even say in the video, I said, well, it's white box, white trash junk. However, there's a recall on it. I went back and looked at the lot numbers, and some of mine, some of the boxes I purchased are affected. And what they did is they did not put, I'm assuming, they did not put enough ammo in it or enough gunpowder. And they talk about it in the recall, so you can go and read those. But, go and if you've bought any Winchester ammo recently, go and check those lot numbers. There's a whole ton of them. And I've got a bunch of those lot numbers. So there you go. Just proves there's a reason to keep your lot numbers. If you buy the big boxes, sometimes it's on the top, it's on the side, inside the ammo. So always find your lot numbers and keep them together. Yeah, I know. Imagine having bad Winchester ammo. Yep. And I've had UMC that was bad too. But that's the thing that I was talking about. All of these ammo companies are trying to push out this ammo as quick and as fast as they can. They're training new people. Their QC is going to shit. And I'm noticing it with some of the current ammo. I'm not shooting my old ammo that I have stored. I'm just buying, some of these packs that I bought at Academy, and I'll just keep them in a different area, and I'll just rotate that through. And some people go to their older ammo, but I've got it stored properly, disc bags, the whole works. So that's why I just shoot this other crap, because I had a feeling with this pushing this ammo out that we were going to start having some problems, and sure enough, we are. So there we go. Hello, Fina. How are you? Let's see. Okay. All right. A-Dubs wins. Well, tongue punch my fart box. Of course, Winchester has a recall because we have AMs to a considerable amount. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. They've been pumping it out. Everybody's been buying it. Now here we go. All right. Big J, have you tried the Leupold Lco dot on a rifle? Do you think it's worth the $6.99 price? IBG, I have not tried the LCO, so I have not tried that one. I'm almost positive, if that's the one I'm thinking of, I've seen it, but I've never personally tried it on a firearm. So I can't, if I haven't tried something, I'll tell you. I don't want to, tell you one way or the other personally. Yes, I agree. The Vulcan reticle is clear for my eyes. Yes, it is one of the clearer ones that I've seen, and I have dual stigmatisms. So, but I still don't have enough time behind it. So, let's see here. Prices. All right, Rob, just got a dead air mass from my Ruger 2245 Light. Your opinion on best ammo, feet per second? I would get subsonic. Matter of fact, if I run supersonic, if I run like Remington golden bullets, or I run other stuff in it, the slide is faster, and it will actually, when you're feeding around in, or I'm sorry, yeah, when it's feeding around in, it will actually crush the bullet. So mine runs really, really good with subs, but some supers, it runs like shit. And I will dent and actually bend like every third or fourth round. So, when I run subs, when I run supers, I just take it off. But when I run subs, it's super quiet. It runs well with subs, but they're hard to find. I've got a lot of CCI subs that I bought for that reason. But, and if you run the higher premium ammo, like gosh, what is it? Lapua, if you run like Lapua, but that's really expensive. Lapua, it runs fine. Any like 40 grain and above, anything that's supersonic, it'll run fine. Yeah, Lynn, I remember you saying you were going to go. Yeah, it's a super nice place. Really, really cool place. Also, I posted a picture today from GT Distributors. They actually had in stock a whole crap load of it. They had the new tactical HST 124 grain, not plus P, just standard 124 grain, 50 round box for $29.99. That is not, I've bought it, they're better. Matter of fact, I bought HST 124. I bought it for $19.99 a box for 50 rounds. Now it is $29.99 a box for 50 rounds. However, for good defensive ammo, that's about the best I've seen right now. I have seen the same exact boxes in Spear Gold Dot going for like 50 to 60 bucks a box for a box of 50. So, yeah, CCI is actually really good stuff if you're messing with 22s. I do have a bunch of the Aguila 22. I do have that, but I don't run it suppressed. That's what I've said. Yeah, Rabbi brings up a very solid point. I have said that forever. But what we're dealing with also, Rabbi, and you got to remember, we're dealing with a lot of people that just purchased firearms due to all of this stuff. So some people have bought their very first firearms and they didn't have the chance to load up when there was just ammo laying around. Now, I did, you did, other people did. And I've always recommended, I've been preaching that for years and years and years. I said, hey, remember that dusty box of ammo that was sitting on the shelf for $7 for 9mm, and they couldn't even give it away? You should have grabbed it then. But with the new gun owners, they didn't know to do that or didn't have that particular caliber or whatever that they purchased. So now, they've had to buy it at the higher prices. But that's why I mentioned, if you need a really good defense ammo, GT Distributors just got a ton of it in. But they're only selling 2 boxes. So you can buy 100 rounds of FMJ or 100 rounds of hollow points. They did also have Lawman, which I actually like Spear Lawman a lot. They had the 115 grain for $17.99 a box for 50 rounds. They did have the 62 grain. Oh gosh, what is it? The UMC TAC P or something like that. I can't remember. X-Tac or something. I think it's X-Tac. They had it for $13.99 a box for 20 rounds, which is actually cheaper than I've seen it at a lot of places. Hello, CZ Shadow 2. How are you, man? Yes, I actually corrected someone that I personally know that just purchased a gun, and that's what they were doing, and I was like, no, don't do that. And they have children, so I was like, you don't want that stuff going through a bunch of walls. If it was 380, probably. I mean, I did and would carry a very reliable full metal jacket in a 380, but not a 9mm. So let's see here. Let me catch back up. Yeah, and somebody said, man, I want that price. I want those prices here. And I said, well, if you pull up GT Distributors, they do ship. So, they have multiple locations. So I don't know if that's their price online, but it was worth checking if you absolutely need it. Yeah, and I've seen that too. I've actually seen $39.99 for a box of Blazer brass. I'm like, ooh. But and we do have academies here, but of course the academy carries a lot of Winchester, and it looks like I'm going to be sending a crap load of stuff back because they want it back. I guess they're going to send me a label. I haven't checked into all of it yet because I've got quite a bit to go through. But who knows? I might be sending all that crap back. But it's on their dime. But what they were saying is it could actually cause squibs and stuff like that. So we don't need any of that happening, blowing up guns. Yeah, and that's what I was saying for right now. For good defensive ammo, that's not a terrible price because it's $29.99. Hell, there's people spending more than that for FMJs, just like Kathleen said. So, All right, I scored 4 pounds of powder at my local runnings. 2 pounds of his 6 and 2 pounds of HP 3.8. Good deal, man. I have heard from some ammo places that gunpowder is going to be the next thing. It was primers, now it's going to be gunpowder. So I don't know if you need gunpowder, but you might want to load up on it if you're needing it. Yeah, I just don't want anybody, tearing up a gun or, getting hurt. So that's why I found out about the recall. I definitely wanted to let y'all know about it, but there is a whole list of numbers that are affected. It's not one or two lot numbers. It's a crap load, and it's only Winchester 9mm full metal jacket and 9mm hollow points. So that's a lot numbers. So they must have had the B team working on that shift or when they were running those lot numbers. Yeah, who knows? They might be. But, like I said, I'm all for, I definitely want more ammo out there, but we need safe and effective ammo. We don't want guns getting blown up or anybody losing a hand over stupid shit. But let me know what's going on in y'all's world. If you've got stuff, that you want to ask. I know I've talked about some guns in the past that were coming out. 50 plus lots, even on a decent day, you can't F that many up. Yeah. And I don't know exactly how many lots, but it's a crap load. It's probably over 25 lots, I think, that I saw, but there could even be more. I was going through the list and, I'm going to have to print it off to go through all of my lots and figure out, what it is, but it's affecting the big boxes, the little butter boxes. That's what I call them because they look like a stick of butter. That's the 200 round packs, I think, and the 100 round packs, and they get the 500 round packs, all this other crap. So, it was 38 special was also affected. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. But like I said, I've never, and if y'all have watched the videos in the past, I've never been a huge fan of Winchester, but it was there. It was a decent price. And I was like, yeah, I'll grab it, just to have it. And I was just going to shoot through it. But man, looks like I'm probably going to be sending a bunch of that shit back. I don't know. I don't know if it is the brown box. You'd have to look. You could probably just go on just pull up like Google Winchester recall. It'll probably pop up and it'll show you everything because it even shows pictures of the boxes and where to find the lot numbers, for like the newbies or people that don't know what a lot number is. But I mean, anytime I dump it in a bag, I tear those off. Even in my big cases of like 308s and 300 blackouts, I have every one of the lot numbers in there. I have had bad ammo from. Well, and it's funny, Lynn, that you mentioned that on the Aguila. I shot some box of 9mm. It was 124 grain Aguila, and my gun was completely cleaned. I had just cleaned it. I went and shot the box of 124 grain Aguila. After I shot it, when I took took the slide off, it looked like it had glitter all in it. It looked like somebody let a glitter bomb off in it, and I was like, "What the hell is all this glitter?" And it was from that ammo. I'm not saying it was bad, but it was a crap load of glitter. I mean, I could scrape it, and it was just glittery goo. So, I could have just got a bad box, but of that Aguila. But it can happen to any ammo manufacturer. So, especially if you don't load it correctly or weak. But the bad thing is we don't need any squib loads. That's what we don't want to tear up guns and have people get hurt. Yeah, I've seen that. Classic Farms is giving away a B&T APC Pro. Good luck to all who entered. They give away a lot of guns. What's funny, and I've just questioned, I'm not saying they're not giving them away, but it would be nice to see like people who won them, maybe do videos or them give them to the person or send it to the person. Maybe the people just don't do videos, but it'd be cool to see. I mean, if I won a gun, I'd do a video. Even if I wasn't doing YouTube, I'd be like, hey, I just won this gun, Hell, you can film a video with your cell phone. It's not a big deal. Hello, Will and Will Arm. How are you, man? Will and Will Arm, if you don't know, he's actually doing his 1,000 subscriber giveaway. He's actually doing it tomorrow night. I'm going to be on there drawing a number for his giveaway. So if you want to win that 6.8 upper tomorrow night, I think he's doing it at 8 o'clock Central. You can go on there or sign up for it. If it's still open, he can let us know, or maybe he's closed it already. But he's giving away a 6.8 upper, and it's got the the charging handle and everything, so it's complete. But that's a pretty damn nice upper. Pony loads. Big J, you score ammo in Texas all the time. Congrats. Have you seen small pistol primers? Minnesota has been short for a year. No, I have not seen any small pistol primers. I go into a lot of stores that do sell reloading equipment. When I go to Oklahoma, I go to H&H Shooter Supply. I always ask them because I have friends of mine that reload, and I was just going to buy them, and I know they'll pay me back for them, but I was going to buy them for them, and I haven't seen any primers that I could buy for any of my friends in forever. So, I even thought about buying some for them and buying some for me just to have, and I have not seen primers at all forever. I used to see them quite a bit. Will and World Armor is saying tonight is the last night. So there you go. If you want to sign up for it, go over and check out his video. He just did one last night, and he tells you how to win it. So that'd be a sweet one to win. Let's see here. But are there any guns or anything that y'all are excited about? I did, well, put it this way. They sent me the paint scheme on the gun or the toy that they are finishing for me that's been in build for, I think this has been 16 months already. And it's not their fault. It's getting all the correct parts I wanted and requested, because this is a complete custom special deal. And they sent me some pictures. I was like, not that they did anything wrong. I just kind of had a little change of heart. And so they're redoing some parts. They're going to send me pictures, I think, tomorrow. Hopefully, that will be good to go. We'll finalize it. And then if everything goes well, I should have it by next week in my hands. And it's pretty damn sweet. So I'm really excited about it. It's something that a lot of people don't think of, but it's very practical, very usable. And I've already got some optics for it. And I won't say what they are yet, and I said optics. So that would be plural, not one, but two. And I'm not going to put two optics on one gun. So if that tells you anything, it's more than one. How about that? Little different. Have you spotted any unicorns in Texas? Man, I see all kinds of crazy stuff. I see very unique guns here. I see stuff that, such as that Cabot gun, the Cabot 1911, that is a one of one. The gun is $100,000 1911. I posted it on the YouTube community. You can go and check it out. So it is a $100,000 1911. It is a one of one Cabot. And I see all kinds of unicorns. So if that's what you're talking about. All right. Pistol Pete said he would like a TS2 and a Shadow Orange and a lot of ammo. TS2 is a great gun. Of course, Shadow Orange is a great gun too. And I've said this before. I have the TSO, Tactical Sport Orange. Of course, I have 3 Shadow 2s. And I'm just being straight up honest with you. TSO is an awesome gun. It's fun as hell at the range, but it is not as practical as a Shadow 2. It's a single action. Now, of course, you can get a Shadow 2 in single action, but it's just not as practical. It is fun to shoot. It's super accurate. It is a great gun. Do not get me wrong. I won't ever sell mine. But if you're looking at practicality, the Shadow 2, in my opinion, is better, especially if you trick it out, maybe put an optic on it, and I've got the optic and, some work done on my TSO also. But I still prefer the Shadow 2. You can hang a light on it. You could use it for home defense. You could carry the damn thing if you wanted to. It's just more practical. Plus, Shadow 2 takes, CZ75B mags. The TSO does not. It takes its own separate mag that is not compatible. So, it is what it is. So I'll just leave it at that. I have shot some Cabot guns, and the ones I shot 2 of them, not the $100,000 one, but I have not ever had a Cabot stovepipe. I'm not saying it's impossible. Anything, especially with break-in, it can have that, and they do have a break-in period. But the 2 that I shot, one was definitely broke in. The other one was fairly new. They were both 45s, and they were both 1911s, but they were awesome. I mean, they're awesome 1911s. So if you want something that's a total collector piece, Cabots are very, very nice. Now, does it make sense to go buy a $100,000 gun? No. If you had money just burning a hole in your pocket and you have tons of money and you're loaded and that's what you want, hey, get it. That's why it's America. Daniel. But the TSO makes you look so good on the range. That is true. Yeah, the TSO can definitely make you look like a better shooter than you are. But, also the Shadow 2 can make you look like a great shooter too. I just prefer the Shadow 2. And I've shot them side by side. I even did a comparison on them before. I shoot, the Shadow 2 has a super light trigger. It's like 2 pounds. Mine actually comes in on a scale at 1 pound, 8 ounces. So it's pretty freaking light. Or I'm sorry, now I think it's 1 pound, 6 ounces. So it's super light. But, the other one's double action, single action. But all mine have trigger kits in them also. But man, that Shadow 2 is just so damn hard to beat. Now, if you're looking for a single action gun, you might go 2011. You're going to spend a lot more money. For the TSO, it is a great price point. So, and you don't have to use tuned mags. So that is a good thing there too. Yes, I have shot a Nighthawk. I've actually shot, multiple Nighthawks. I've shot the 1911 single stack. I shot the Nighthawk 2011. They were not my guns. Nighthawk makes awesome guns. I mean, they're super, super nice. They're very pricey, but they are really nice guns. So it just depends on what you get. Now, for the price point, I will say this. For the price point, I shot a Nighthawk 1911, super nice, and I shot a Dan Wesson. I shot them side by side. They were about the exact same size. They were both commander size. The Nighthawk was a little smoother in the slide, but they both shot awesome. So if I wanted a very nice priced 1911, I would always go Dan Wesson. Nothing wrong with Nighthawk. I really do like their guns. But does the price justify it? I don't know. I shot both of those guns great. Pretty much got the exact same groups. They were both 45s. So I don't know. It's really up to you and what you're looking for. One of my ultimate favorite is the Dan Wesson special, or the Dan Wesson, not the Wrath. It's the one that looks like the Wrath. It's got a suppressor barrel. It's got the slide cuts in it. Gosh, what is it? Is it the Specialist? No, I can't remember. It's the one the Wrath replaced. I can't remember the name of it. Somebody will probably remember it, but it's super kind of tactical looking. Awesome gun. It comes in 45 or 9mm. I shot the 45. Discretion. Yes, Pistol Pete, the Discretion. That thing is freaking awesome. I came this close. I'm talking that close to buying the full-size 9mm Discretion. Really, really nice. I saw a Nighthawk 1911 double stack with a comp, and the slide was incredible. Every 9mm Nighthawk has been available in double stack. Yes, I did not shoot the one with the comp. The one that I shot was the one without the comp, and it did not have an optic on it, but it was optic ready, and it was really nice. Let's see here. I thought it was the one before the Wrath. I think Pistol Pete is right. I think it is the Discretion, but it comes with suppressor sights, the whole works. And maybe it is the Wrath, but it was the one with the deep slide cuts. I want to say it is the Discretion that I shot. Has anyone seen Ranger 10 millimeter? No, I haven't actually seen him in a while. I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. There's a bunch of people that, that followed me and all that stuff. And I don't know if they're just super busy, but I'll hear from them every once in a while. But, Kimber. Bald has a Kimber and 10 millimeter for sale. It is the discretion. Okay, and that's what I thought. It was the older one. As a matter of fact, what was crazy about this, and y'all might not know this, every so often, Dan Wesson and also CZ, you can buy a blemished. It's called blemished. You can buy a blemished Dan Wesson and you can buy a blemished CZ. And it could be like a little tiny scratch. It could be like a weird mill mark. It could be just something very strange. And you might not even be able to find it. And that discretion was a blemished. So what they'll do is on your serial number, it has I think it has like a little U, and that means blemished. So you can actually look up CZ Blim or Dan Wesson Blim. It'll show you the little symbol. Now, I have seen gun stores selling them as non-blemished. So you better know what you're looking for when you're there looking. But you can get a Blim model sometimes for like $300 or $400 cheaper. And matter of fact, on the paperwork, it'll show where the Blim is. I mean, I looked this gun all over. I couldn't find a Blim. Pulled out the paperwork, and it was like on left corner of right rear, there is a dull spot. And I mean, I went to it, and I'm like, holy crap. I mean, I couldn't pick that out on my best day. So I like this. All right, Brian wants to do this. Who is going to pay $200 and SBR your pistol brace? 1 for yes, and 2 for hell no. So y'all can act accordingly. Yeah, and also tomorrow, unless they move it back again, Chipman, I guess he's going to get voted on for the ATF director. So I've gotten with all my senators and congressmen and all that stuff and told them, hell no, he's a douchebag. But that's supposed to happen tomorrow unless it gets moved back again. This will be the third, or this he's already been moved back twice. So we'll see if tomorrow happens. But yeah, that's who you want leading that. All right, we got a hell to the no Chipman, hell no, yeah. Yep. Anything else that I've got? I don't have anything else. So if y'all want to talk guns, y'all want to talk whatever, let's talk it. Oh, also, if you want the Holosun 509T, that's like the little encapsulated, so it's totally enclosed. The 509T Bowtac Tactical has them on sale for $299, and they had 55 of them in stock. So I already let some people know that were asking me about it, some friends. One of the friends bought it, but Bowtac Tactical actually has the 509T for $299. And I think they're even offering free shipping, but that's super, super cheap. And that's the totally enclosed unit. Kind of looks like the aim point, and you get the 3 reticles and all that stuff. So I've seen them for $429. I've seen them for like $399, $350, but I've never seen one for $299. So if you're interested, that's a smoking deal. I got the alert today and told some friends about it, sent it to them, and one of them bought it. So I haven't, I've never seen one in a store. Now this is what I've heard. I don't know. But what I've heard is because you have the 2 windows and your emitter is inside, I've heard that you can get a little distortion between the 2 windows. I don't know if that's true. And also remember, I have astigmatism, so that could make it worse. But, it's Bowtac Tactical. Bowtac. I'll see if I can pull it up real quick. Just so I can show you what it looks like. Bowtac. Yep, there it is right there. Bowtac Tactical. See if I can zoom in on this. And they have it. Well, hell, hang on, the stupid mailing list. I'll just pull this up right now. There it is. They have it on their front page. It's BOTACH. And here is the price. Go away. They're asking me if I need help. Do I want to talk to somebody? No, I don't want to talk to anybody. Come on. Zoom in. There it is right there. 509T Titanium Elite Reflex Sight, $299.98. And it is Bowtac. And they have 57 of them in stock. Yes, Dennis, I have been playing around with that. I still don't have, I haven't shot it. I'll just be honest with you. I've been super busy. Got a bunch of construction stuff going around here and another place. So I've been dealing with that. So haven't had a chance to go dial it in, but I have been doing a lot of dry firing with it. So far, I really like it. But I don't want to give you a final until I actually shoot it, see how it shoots and all that stuff. I know Pistol Pete has one. He really likes it. AA is saying he has a 509T and it's been very good. So what tells me, or what this tells me, is if Bowtac is selling it that cheap and they have that many of them in stock, Holosun could have a new unit coming out. You know, you don't really, you know, if that's one of your popular ones, you don't really lower the price on it unless you might have something coming out. So at that NRA show that's coming up in the fourth quarter, that I will not be attending because I don't give a shit about the NRA. And I'm not just going there just to, I'm not going to give them money just to go to their damn show. But what that tells me is if you're discounting something that's super popular, is you probably have something else coming. So I would not be surprised if Holosun has something coming out at during the fourth quarter that they could announce at the NRA show. So that could be a possibility. That would be my guess. IBG is saying he has an astigmatism and runs the 509Ts, no problem whatsoever. Good, good. My glasses are 2 inches thick, and that would affect my shooting. Hey, I hear you. Hey, what's up, C. Kim? What are the best used for that optic? To put on a pistol. Now, you can put it on a rifle. The new Holosuns do not come with the little rifle deal, the pick rail, but I've got tons of those, or I got not tons, but I've got a bunch of the pick rails, and I actually run it on a 45-degree offset. So if you wanted to run it on an AR as an offset, or if you want to put it on a small PDW, you could do that too. You know, or if you just want to run it as a pistol dot. So I've got the 508T. You know, it's kind of the squared off, kind of like the RMR look. It doesn't have the rounded top. Yeah, I saw that on PSA for $329. But then when I got this, I was like, hell, that's $299. That's a smoking deal. Crazy how the Democrats think the NRA is still driving force in the pro-gun community. Yeah, Brian, I agree with you on that. And what's so crazy is when Texas governor was actually signing all of the new laws for Texas, the gun laws, he's signing all of that stuff. And then at the end, he's like, oh, yeah, you know, I want to thank Wayne LaPierre with, you know, with the NRA and da-da-da-da-da. And Wayne was there for a freaking photo op. So he flew in there, did the photo op like the NRA's done something. The GOA was the boots on the ground. You know, firearm legal protection was boots on the ground in Texas, helping this shit get passed. NRA didn't do shit. I still get all this NRA email crap, and they're like, oh, we're winning the fight. And I'm like, what the hell have you done? You haven't done shit. So they're trying to take all the credit for it, and they haven't done anything. Hey, what's up, Michael L? How are you? I did get your email, Michael. I'll reply to you here in a little bit. But, you know, I mean, like I said, that's just a photo op waiting to happen. And what was crazy is Governor Abbott signed these new, 4 laws, or 7 laws actually, signed them in San Antonio. And people were like, why the hell are you signing it in San Antonio? That's dumb. You need to sign it in Austin. That's where the capital is. I'm like, do you not know what the hell happened in San Antonio? I'm like, I can tell you're not from Texas, or you're not a true Texan. But if you've got to ask why the hell he's signing those bills in San Antonio, you better check yourself. Yeah, Wayne can piss off. Lynn is asking, do I prefer green or red for the dot? Lynn, I don't have enough experience with the green. However, for the fiber optics, when I shot irons, I prefer the green in the fiber optic. And honestly, if I got enough time behind the green, I've shot one, but it was I think it was a Swamp Fox. It was one of their earlier ones, and it was okay. It wasn't that great, but it was a early one. I want to say it was like maybe 2+ years ago when I shot it. I wasn't crazy about that dot, but I have looked through the Holosuns just in the store, and the green looked really good. Honestly, I probably might even pick up the green better. I just don't have enough experience with them. I was trying to buy a green one time, and they sold out of them. Matter of fact, I looked at them that day and I was like, I'm going to go back and get it the next day, and they were gone. So, but I'm definitely going to get a green one to play around with. I just haven't yet, but I would probably pick up the green better, honestly. But like I said, I just haven't played with them long enough. I know a lot of people, especially in the chat, have the green versions and they really like them. In Texas, the credit goes to GOA and Texas State Rifle Association. Yeah, I know GOA was all over that. That's exactly it. So remember the Alamo, San Antonio. So, and I'm not trying to beat you up if you don't know. I'm just, trying to let people know that that's why he was there. But I did see one guy ask that in a comment, and he had a little Texas symbol, kind of like I do. And I was thinking, wow, you don't know that? And I didn't beat him up over it, but that's what I was thinking to myself. I'm like, you have a Texas symbol and you don't know about that? I know not everybody's from Texas. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Lasers? See, Kim, you like lasers? Huh. I'm definitely not a laser person. I've said that in numerous videos. I've got even some Streamlight, Streamlight lights. Not the TLR7, but I've got the TLR8 with the laser in the bottom of it. And it's bright and all that other stuff, but I'm just not a laser person. And I can hold a laser steady. What's funny is I've seen people shoot with lasers on their guns. Now, whether they're actually even set to aim properly, I don't know, but I've watched people throw their guns out there, newer shooters on the paper target, and it looks like a damn laser light show. So they're shooting all over the place. So if you're going to shoot with a laser, you definitely want to be able to aim it correctly. And the farther you go out with the laser, the more shake you're going to get. But I'm talking, these people are at like 7 yards, 5 to 7 yards. And I know they're newer shooters, but if you've got the laser dancing all over the place, don't depend on the laser. And a lot of those lasers will not hold a zero. So even if you zero it and you bang it around or something, you can lose zero. So don't depend on the zeros for your lasers. Pub subs. Yeah, thumbs up this chat. I appreciate that, Pistol Pete. Smash that thumbs up. That always helps. All right. Well, we are getting to about the 8 o'clock. So if y'all have anything, I see people range with laser sweeping like it was 10 feet across. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not, I know that some people have, a shake and things like that. Hell, I'm older. I have a little bit of a tremor now too. I don't shoot as good as I used to. But when you're depending on that, You definitely want to lock that thing down. Yes, dry fire definitely makes you a better shooter. I've told tons of people that. But we are getting towards the 8 o'clock. You know, if anybody's got any quick questions, we'll go ahead and answer them up. If not, we will shut this bad boy down. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're welcome. You are welcome, Fina. I've bought stuff from Bowtac before. That's, of course, why they send me emails. Actually, a pretty good company. I've never had a problem with them. They ship pretty damn fast. Now, they say they have 57 in stock. I don't know. When I looked at it, it was 55. So I don't know how they miraculously found two more, but maybe they did, or maybe people canceled some orders and it went back into the system. So that could be it too. But, you know, like I said, hopefully they'll ship them out quick. I've never had a problem with Bowtac, and I bought a bunch of crap from them. All right. Alex is saying, I'm in Australia shooting IPSC with the Shadow 2. What is your go-to holster for competition, race, or Kydex? For the Shadow 2, even optic ready Shadow 2, which mine are, I do go I go for Kydex. I don't think you need a race holster for a Shadow 2. Now, if you're dealing with like a open gun or something, yes, definitely. But I use Harry's holsters, and he has one for that. It's the outside waistband. It's an awesome holster. You can put your Blade Tech setup on it. You can put it on a battle belt. You can do whatever you want with it. You can even get the little turbo prop adjusters where you can do a quick adjustment. But it's Harry's holsters, and you can use the code Big Johnson, capital B, capital J, and that'll save you 10% off if you want to use that. But they're great holsters. I have, matter of fact, there's one on my battle belt. There's one on my race belt. I have one for my P10F. I have one for some other guns that y'all probably haven't seen, and they work great. So not one issue with them. Good question. All right, Staccato C2 or Staccato C for EDC. Brandon Cortez, I don't know if you follow me, and it's right there, but I can't show it. But I do carry the C2 Duo for EDC. I prefer a double stack if I can get it over a single stack. That's just my preference. Both of them are great guns, not discrediting either one of them, but it's just a tad wider. I mean, a tad in the grip. So why not get the C2 Duo, or the C2 at least, if you don't want the Duo. But I love the gun. Matter of fact, I did a video today and did a gun check on it. I had it on me today. I do carry it with the TLR7, and really, really enjoy the gun. So great pistol. And it does take all of the longer mags. So I run my 20-round mags. You can even run the 170 millimeter mag. It'll take all the Staccato mags. So not single stacks, but it'll take the double stacks. So I really enjoy them. He has been busy as hell. He's working on some stuff. So hopefully you'll know what those are soon. But yeah, exactly, Pistol Pete. He is making a ton of holsters. No problem, man. Anytime, Brandon. But yeah, I really do enjoy the C2 Duo. It's great, great pistol. Oh, good deal, IBG. Yeah, lock grips. And I don't know if y'all had thought about a pistol stand too, but I have the all plastic pistol stands from another company, and I have the Lock Grips pistol stand, and I love their pistol stands. And people are like, why the hell do you need a pistol stand? I run dots. So I actually put it on my pistol stand, snap it on there, and I'll clean the dot. You know, I can take the slide off and the gun sits on there. I can clean the inside of the frame while it's on the pistol stand. And the cool thing about the pistol stands, if you've looked at a lot of my pictures, they'll actually keep it at the perfect angle. So when you're lining up a dot, if you're even putting I don't do this, but if you're putting the little, God, what is that thing called? A little laser in there, you know, to set it up, that'll actually keep it set up while you're adjusting the dot. But I use them for rifle stands because the way they build their pistol stands, he makes the inserts for your AR-15s and your AR-10s. You can put those in your pistol stand and set your whole rifle on there. So when I'm mounting my flashlights, mounting my LPVOs, mounting whatever on there. You don't have to put it in a bench vise. You can just set it right on your bench and you can just go to work on it, and it will not fall, and it'll hold. I mean, I've got pictures with my monster AR-10 fully suppressed, and that thing's freaking over 20 inches long. It's like 24, 25 inches long, and that thing's sitting on there. So actually it's almost 30 inches long, and it holds it up perfectly, and it won't wiggle, bobble around, nothing. I mean, it's nice. Hey, what's up? Reloading from the hot pot. How are you, man? Thanks for what you do, brother. Bringing those goodies to us. DWX and Colts. Yeah, DWX and Colt CZ. Yeah, I think that was actually really good for them to purchase Colt. I heard a lot of people say, oh, I can't believe they're buying, Colt, blah, blah, blah. Well, Colt probably would have went bankrupt, and all those people would have lost their jobs and all of that other stuff. So I'm glad that CZ got it, because for one, they probably got some military contracts out of it. And another, that gives them another footprint in the States to, probably, because a lot of the, the contracts, they have to be, like in the States and all this other stuff. So I think that gives them a big advantage. But plus, now they have Dan Wesson, now they have Colt, and CZ. So I don't think that's a bad thing at all, man. I do have one coming up. IBG, I just haven't, I asked people like, hey, do you want to continue that? I really didn't get any feedback. So I thought people kind of lost interest in it. I'm up to doing it. It's just, whatever. I do also have some people, they are not YouTubers. Just to let you know, I've got some industry people that are going to be doing a chat with me, a couple of them. I have a really cool trainer that is going to be doing a chat with me. I've got some pretty cool stuff coming up. I'm also going to be going off-site to do an interview and like a live chat like I did at Texas Gun Experience. So I've got some really cool stuff coming up. We're trying to get their date, my date, so it's all going to work perfectly. Sometimes stuff doesn't work perfectly, but we're trying to make that happen. But yeah, and I agree. Colt history would have been gone. It would have been gone if it wouldn't have been for CZ. So I think it's good that CZ came in and saved all those jobs. And like I said, this could give us another, and I know we haven't seen it yet, but like the DWX. Imagine if Colt, Dan Wesson, and CZ did something together. That could be pretty damn cool if they came up with like some kind of a new concept or something. That could be a really cool, maybe like a badass revolver that somebody might like. Something like that. So, there's a lot of good companies there. However, and y'all all know this, I had a really pissed off taste in my mouth when Colt said, oh, we're only LE. We're not going to sell to civilians. Screw civilians. And then you saw what happened to their sales. That's one of the reasons they probably were going to go bankrupt. But, now that they have different ownership, that's, we can probably let a little bit of that go. Pistol Pete, true, the need to arrest Joe for Fast and Furious and Hunter for illegal gun purchases and disposal. Yeah. There's all kinds of shady shit that's going on there. Yes, you are right. Make sure to comment on both ATF website about AR pistols and gun redefining comments, ghost guns, the lowers, all of that stuff. Definitely go over there and leave your information. And, write a comment. You don't have to do a, cut and paste thing because they might just blow it out of there. But yeah, the numbers, the last time I looked, there were only like, I don't know, I think it was like 79. It's been a while since I've looked when I left my comments, but I want to say there was like 79,000 comments on braces. Man, there's a ton of people out here that have braces. So go over and do it. Don't be afraid. They already know who we are. Let your voices be heard. It is what it is, but we gotta show our support. Hey, what's up, Channel Cat? Long time no see, man. But if y'all don't have anything else, we're gonna shut this bad boy down. I appreciate y'all so much. If you need anything or have any questions or comments afterwards, please leave your comments below. If you're still interested, I'll also leave a link and a discount code for Harry's holsters. You can get his outside waistband or a singleton inside waistband if you need a holster. Highly recommend them. Just waiting for him to come out with something for the STI or the Staccato, and that would be awesome too. And hopefully that will be fairly soon. But I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a great night. Be safe out there. Hit that thumbs up. And remember, an unarmed nation's a very weak nation, so we all got to carry on. Thanks, everyone. Y'all have a great night.